going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great and lovely day. Today we're going to be working on the Mustang. I've been wanting to pretty much work on it, but I don't really have much to do besides like stuff that's a little bit more expensive. For today we're going to be installing the Roush style spoiler on my 3-valve Mustang. I currently have the Roush spoiler, but it's only pretty much just the trunk part of it. I do not have the quarter panel pieces of it, which is pretty strange because when I did buy the car, I remember when I was looking at the picture on OfferUp, the owner or the previous owner did have the Roush spoiler, including the quarter panel pieces, which was actually a plus for me because I honestly was like wanted to get the Roush spoiler for the 3-valve ever since I was looking into getting one. So once I went to go pick up the car and I saw that it wasn't on there and it just had the pretty much like the trunk part of it, I was honestly bummed out. I don't know what happened, just because the car doesn't have any drill holes on the quarter panel itself. So I don't think they ever installed it. They probably just put it like with double-sided tape, and I don't know, it probably just flew off into the wind. But at the time, the Roush spoiler were about 250, 300, I think. I honestly can't remember. Now I know they're a little bit more expensive. I think they're around $300-400 for them. And since I literally just need the quarter panel pieces, like just literally the two smarter pieces, I did not want to spend that much money just to buy it just for those pieces. So instead, I went ahead and bought the pretty much a replica off of eBay. It's literally the exact same thing. I even took off the little pieces and test fitted it onto the car to see if it like lined up with the original one, and it actually does, which was honestly a plus because the spoiler literally cost me like $100 and something, which is way cheaper than the original one. And nobody's really going to be able to tell that the side pieces are a replica and just the middle piece is the, I guess, authentic one. But let me go ahead and show you guys the actual spoiler itself. So here we have the spoiler. We do have the trunk piece, which is this long piece, and the side pieces, which are these right here. Let me go ahead and take one out. So this is the quarter panel pieces that I literally needed in order to have the complete Roush spoiler. I already have this piece right here, with like I was telling you guys. I just needed the quarter panel pieces. This one right here specifically is for the driver's side, so just mount on like this. And it is a little different. I'll show you guys once we get outside. As you guys can see, these right here have the pretty much the thread holes onto the spoiler itself, and I believe the original one has the stud coming out that goes into the car itself and gets tightened down with a washer, as opposed to these just pretty much you get a bolt onto it and it's a double-sided tape. You do also get the hardware that comes with the kit. We have, I don't know how many, but we do have some screws or bolts, as well as some alcohol wipes and double-sided tape that come with the kit. I don't know how well the double-sided tape is, but we'll see once we get outside. Let me go ahead and get all my tools together and we'll pick up the camera once we go outside. The neighbor are having a party and playing music, so I will have to do some cuts here and there just to copyright it. But pretty much here we have the 3-valve. We do have this spoiler. This is pretty much an original Roush spoiler, but we don't have the quarter panel pieces like I said. There literally isn't any drill holes. At least I don't see any. And although this car did get repainted about 3-4 years ago, they must have covered it even if it was there. I don't remember seeing any drill holes, and if there was, that shop did a shitty job, so it would have looked something like that. As far as the spoiler, it should go something like this. Ideally, this is how it should go. Since the main one is already painted, these do need to get repainted. I am going to add the double-sided tape fully secure that one down, just because the shop just installed it with the screws. So I will be installing double-sided tape on that guy. Probably just remove them and install them once we get it painted. Now I'm going to remove this guy off the car just so I could clean the top of the trunk real good and install the double-sided tape. Here's pretty much what I mean. These are the screws for the spoiler itself. I'm not really going to talk that much. You guys can see we have all that noise going on in the background. We're going to go ahead and remove the original spoiler, I should say. Give it a clean. In order to make the drill holes, I am going to be using pretty much this guy right here. I found a technique where you just pretty much fill up the holes right here. Once they're filled up, you just push it onto the car. It should leave the marks where you need to get pretty much the drills going. For right now, let's go ahead and get this started. So after removing the spoiler, we did come across a couple problems You guys could see, same with this side, but it's not as bad. I'm going to see how I remove this one just because I don't want to scratch the car. But right now we're gonna go ahead and pretty much sand this down and then go over it with some touch-up paint just to seal the metal so it doesn't rust or continue to rust. We'll pretty much remove the double-sided tape and get back to it. So it's currently the next day. I actually had to stop yesterday. I did finish pretty much drilling the holes and getting the fitment, but I did have to stop just because it was getting kind of late and I had to go to the gym and pretty much get ready for the next day. Just got back from work. It is already dark outside, so I'm not really going to record outside, but let me go ahead and show you guys what we got. Here we have the original wing that was on the 3 valve. So I don't know, I'm still debating if I want to paint it matte black or gloss black. If we do paint it gloss black, I'll get lucky because this one is already gloss black. I don't know about this underside. I'm gonna see if I could pretty much polish it. When I got the car back after painting it, this is how it was. I don't know if they just forgot to polish it or what, but I'm going to see if I could polish it and pretty much get it to pop up. It is pretty dusty right now, but it is a gloss black. On the underside, we do have this double-sided tape, which I was having a problem removing. They do sell this specific rubber wheel eraser that you attach to a drill, and pretty much makes it way easier to remove all this. I do remember having one from a video I did a while back. I did not use it all, but honestly I don't remember what happened to the wheel. I did go to AutoZone on the way home, and they do sell the wheels there, and it's set in there for 37 bucks. You know what I could do with that? What I did was, there's a little hack I did. Let me go ahead and show you. So I got me some tire valves from AutoZone. This one right here specifically comes with 2, and it was only 5 bucks. So way cheaper than the wheel. You guys can see this thing actually has a rubber piece on it. So ideally what you do is you'll pretty much remove the cap that comes on it. It's like a plastic cap, and then you'll just have the threads. Once you have the threads on there, just put it on your screwdriver and ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys on a time lapse and let's get it started. As always, it's already dark outside, but I didn't run out of time yesterday. I didn't realize that the screw holes for pretty much the front of the main spoiler, I didn't realize that it's pretty much in the part of the trunk where it's pretty much double, so it has the metal on the outside and then the metal on the inside. So you do have to go through 2 metal sheets, and it was already pretty late yesterday. I think it was like 11 if not midnight, so I couldn't go to the store to buy some new bolts. So I had to wait for the next day until I got out of work so I could go to AutoZone, and I got me some bolts. Unfortunately, it only comes with 3 per case. If I remember correctly, these are M6 by 1, with a 20 millimeter. I have the paper somewhere outside, so if I do come across it, I'll go ahead and show you guys. But for right now, let me go ahead and show you guys what we got for the spoiler. So here we have the spoiler all nice and clean. Don't mind the bed's a little messy. I overslept and was running kind of late, so I didn't even do my bed. But here we have the spoiler. I did go ahead and pretty much clean it all with just typical rubbing alcohol, just to get all the grease and pretty much get it clean wherever the double-sided tape is going to go. Here we have the double-sided tape that came with the kit. As you can see, I pretty much did all of that with just this. We still have quite a bit left. I'm pretty sure it's enough to do the whole entire wing. Just in case it's not, I did remember we had these just laying around. These are actually pretty old. These are from when I did the side scoop on the quarter panel window, so I don't know, they're probably about 2 years old. I'm pretty sure they're still good. You see how long their stuff lasts just by being on the car while it's installed. So it should still be good just in case I do run out. Coming into the pretty much where the holes got drilled or around that area, I did, since I'm gonna be honest, I did kind of, luckily it uses the original factory holes, so it doesn't need to be drilled. And then for the quarter panel pieces, I did kind of mess up a bit, but either way it's going to be hidden under the wing, so it's not really that big of a problem. Coming over to the studs and where the screw holes are, I did, and I also am going to do the same for the quarter panel pieces, but I put this pretty much like a waterproof sealant just so it could keep any water from coming into the holes, since the holes are pretty much drilled a little bit bigger than the actual bolt itself. All it is some there it is, FrostKing pretty much sealant. I don't remember the exact name, but I did use this exact sealant to fix a weather strip on the 3-valve door. If you guys don't remember, I did make a video on that, which if I remember when I'm editing this video, I'll go ahead and put a card right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I did have a leak on my door. It was pretty much letting water into the door whenever it would rain, pretty much just from the factory weather strips being just old and deteriorating over time. However, to replace a seal, you do have to buy a whole new entire trim, since the seal and the trim are pretty much one piece. But I just removed the old seal, which literally just fell off on its own, and just replaced it with some FrostKing. And honestly, I haven't had a leak ever since, and it's still holding on pretty good. So we are going to be using this. I'm also going to put a link in the description below if I could find this one specifically, just because they have different sizes. So with that being said, we pretty much are ready to install this main piece. I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys outside to get it installed, and pretty much going to be a time lapse. Before I do start the time lapse, I'm going to show you guys the holes and just give you pretty much a quick rundown. So let's go ahead and go outside. So here we have the sizing for the bolt. It does come, like I said, with a 3-piece, but that's all right. Here we have pretty much the drill holes. So these are the 2 original OEM holes that get used. Then here is one of the holes. This one is the one that I kind of messed up, or really messed up. And then for this guy, I got it literally perfect, so I didn't have to make the holes that big for this guy or this guy here. However, this guy a little bit on the side, so I did have to open it. Same with this guy. Let's just pretend like this isn't here. And then on top of that, you also have to make another one for the quarter panel right on the side here. All these like those spots are just pretty much just touch-up paint that I added wherever it was either already scratched up, or if I did something like here. On the passenger side, they got a little wild, you know. So we do have, yeah, I know I took a couple shots and I wasn't looking right, so we have 3 extra holes here. I did cover it up with touch-up paint, so hopefully it doesn't rust through. This is the main hole we ended up using, and then these guys, perfect, a little bit to the side. Did have to open it quite a bit just because it wasn't really cooperating with me. So we're gonna go ahead and get you guys on the time lapse so I can go ahead and install this piece. I don't know if I'm going to put the quarter panel pieces on, so I don't know, I might install it, but let's go ahead and set this time lapse on. So it's been about man, I don't know, like 3 weeks to a month since I installed the spoiler itself. I just haven't really uploaded. I even painted it and everything already. I just haven't uploaded the videos just because I haven't recorded the outro, or like, I guess, the final results. So I haven't been able to finish off the video, but here I am now to do that. We did finish off the spoiler. However, we only did paint the quarter panel pieces. We didn't paint the center pieces just because we only used the quarter panel piece. I still have the centerpiece in my closet, which we will have to use it, and I will show you guys why. So let's go ahead and show you guys. Here we have pretty much the finished result. As you guys can see, it is a little dirty, so you might not be able to see the paint too good, but it is pretty much matching the original paint, and it's also on there pretty solid, like it doesn't even move. However, this center part will have to get replaced, only because it's starting to crack right where the screw goes, or the bolt that holds it down on the corner. So I don't like that. Over on this side, it actually, I think the threads itself are actually stripped because I can't even screw on a bolt. So this part is loose. But here we have the spoiler. I am going to be removing this one and then painting the one we got with these side ones and installing that one, just so it could be pretty much, I guess, fixed. And coming over to the roof, we did go ahead and take care of the roof, so it was pretty much rusting through. I don't know if I have some pictures. If I do, I'll go ahead and upload them on the side right here as you guys are watching this clip. But we did go ahead and pretty much sand it down to bare metal and sealed it with some epoxy, pretty much to seal the metal. And then we are going to have to repaint the whole top. It is little by little coming back to how we originally had it. She did take some damage while sitting, while I was taking care of some problems, but we are getting her back up. And just like that, we installed a Roush starter spoiler on our 3-valve Mustang. So I do want to say thank you for everybody for watching, and especially to those who are still actually watching at this moment. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't mind the mess. Someone over here, where's she at? Right over here is making a mess. That'll be pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.